All right, all right, all right, all right. Let me see if I can fix this. All right. Tyree Thomas Jr., the blog trucking preacher here, live with you. Gonna be going over the charting today. Also, Kalomo Washington, a very good friend of mine, is going to join us, and we're gonna just be looking at some pairs, some setups that's going on. And I'm also going to share with you some of the information that we have as far as knowing how to trade. 7 o'clock right now. I'm going to give it a few more minutes to see, to give everybody a chance to come in. Let me see here. That's my page. Not sharing yet. I'm not sharing yet, but I'm looking through some information before I share. Let me see. I'm trying to find my watch page. Okay. Watch page. Okay, yeah, I'm live on that. There we go. Let me find events again. Open another link. See what it tells me on my watch page. Edit. Just give me a moment of going through some checkpoints. I want to make sure you're able to see everything that I'm doing. View on watch page. Give me a moment of going through some checkpoints. Okay. So I'm live on the watch page. Slide that over there. I want to make sure you're able to see it. All right. Yeah, yeah. Come on, don't freeze up on me. Okay. You're able to see me. Now, live. Now I'm live. Okay. Okay. Now, I am going to do this. So I want to make sure I'm live on everything. That's the watch page. That's the control room. That's my page. Okay. That's the watch room. Okay. There we go. Let me get this show on the road. Let me start sharing screen with you. Got to do a few check throughs. Now here we go. Share screen. Okay, I'm sharing screen. Let me get on the screen that I want. Okay. Tradingview. I'm on Tradingview right now. Let me make sure I'm on Trading. There we go. Now I can share screen with you. All right. All right. All right. Now I know I'm sharing screen with you. Let me go to the screen. There we go. Now, again, I'm Tyree Thomas Jr., the blog trucking preacher. This is my trading show, Forex trading show that I share with everyone. Now, my history in Forex is that I got a lot of my educations from IML Financial Academy, Online Academy. That's this right here. That's the site that I have. But let me do this real quick. Let me show you the Online Academy. IML. There we go. Academy Online. See, this is where I got a lot of my learning from. Also, it's where my friend Kalomo and I got a lot of learning from, and I met him through this. And Kalomo is a phenomenal trader, very phenomenal trader. Actually, he's good. He does not accept it, but I tell him he's already a master trader. And so what we decided to do was join together and be able to share information online that we know and that we can share and to help people understand. We also would like to see if we can help people attach themselves through us to IML. Now, I'm waiting for the Kalomo to come on, but until then, this is the US 30, one of his favorite pairs. And when he comes on, I'll give him the opportunity to explain to you all what the US 30 is. As you can see, this chart is naked. We like to trade naked. Naked meaning no indicators or anything like that. I'm using this on Tradingview. Now, each broker, and at another show, we'll share with you the brokers that we have, the ones that we use. But each broker have their own what they call MetaTrader 4 chart, MT4 chart. But we like to use Tradingview before we place trades because Tradingview gives us more tools. As you can see this over here, Tradingview gives you more tools to work with than does the MetaTrader 4. Now, the other thing I'm gonna do is let's say I'm gonna go to the hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, give you overall look. Let me pull this under. Again, I was speaking to you about indicators. Now we like to trade naked without indicators, but when we do add indicators, it's some that they're very accurate. These lines that you see are exponential moving averages. Each one is set on a different number. We we just abbreviate exponential moving averages by saying EMA. Now some people may know this, some people don't. But like today we're gonna be doing a little charting. Little charting. Now what before when you're gonna start your charting, you want to go from the low to the high if it's an uptrend, from the high to the low if it's a downtrend. Now, I always find the the way I find my drawing point, the low, I find the candles. I look at 4 candles, really 3 candles, and I see the candle that sticks out the most. This candle here sticks out more at the bottom than this one or this one. So these 2 candles on the side, they are shorter. They are not as long as this middle candle. So for me to draw a line, I'll be drawing a trend line from here on up to here. These has not finished. So what would I be doing? Over here at the left corner, you find trend line. Trend line. Okay? This is where you draw your trend line. Here, I will go one right here. 1, 2, go right through. See, it touches that second. See how it goes right through? And this is accurate. Very accurate. Just do that right there. I'm gonna make that solid. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that one. Here we go. Let me see if that's the solid one. Okay, there we go. There we go. As you can see, 1, 2, go right through. Now, see how I tested that and then finally broke through? So that tells me that whenever I see the price action, this is live price action. Let me take this indicator off real quick. Now, that's better. You can see it clearly. Whenever I see this price action, I like to see what's going on. So as you can see, 1, 2, draw right through. It tested 1, 2, 3. And the fourth time it broke through. Now, this could mean one or two things. It could mean that it broke through and getting ready to go on a downtrend. or it can mean that it broke through and just taking a side step, which is what I call a channel, so that it can move on up. Now, if you can see this, this could be a pennant. Let me see if I can get this for you real quick. See, that was really, for me, there's no real clear indication unless I go 1, 2, draw right through. Let me draw that real quick. This candle sticks out more. So 1, 2, we're gonna draw a channel. Let me bring this down. Now this is not exactly the best channel, but if you can notice this, it gives you an idea of what this market is doing. See, this is called trapping the market, and it helps you understand where it's going. Let me see, that's not what I want. That's a little better. Yeah. Now I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see it. So I got it connecting there, like I have it connecting it. 1, 2, draw right through. And as you can see, let me see. See how I trapped the market, and see how the market stay within that, and it lets me know it broke out. Now, what gives me an indication of what this market may be doing is that, see this price line? This is live price line. I also view it as support and resistance. Now, when I look over to the left, I can see where it's touched at 1, 2, 3, broke through, came back, broke through and came back. So this is telling me since it broke through this, it tested, broke through, came back, tested, broke through, and it came back through. This is actually telling me that this is going to go and break on down because it's testing this. So this is technical trading. Now, trend line is a strategy. Support and resistance is a strategy. I can put support and resistance. Let me do that real quick for you. Support and resistance. Drop it right here. How many times did it touch? 1, 2. Okay, there we go. See, let me make that a straight line. Oh, come on. I don't want that. There we go. Support and resistance. Now, if you can see, this was the last 30 minutes, and last hour, and we on the US 30. I'm going to switch to a Forex pair next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See these touches. It didn't break through. Now, as you can see, this candle is like yellow. The yellow means a bear. Purple means bullish, at least on mine. So as you can see, it's trying to break through. I'm going to go to a 15-minute real quick, give you a better indication. See, even on the 15-minute, it's trying to break through. See this on the 15-minute, it shows you a slight downtrend. This was drawn on the 1 hour, but as you can get a good view on the 15-minute, see, gives you a very good view. Now, another thing you can always do if you want to get a very clear view is go to the line chart. How do you go to line chart? Up here next to the time frame controls candles. This is your line chart. So I switch to that to go to the line chart, and it gives me a better indication of what the market is doing. See how I have it trapped? Now remember, I drew this on the 1 hour time frame. I drew it from the wicks of the candle. See how accurate it is? Now, as you can see this, again, we're on the 15-minute. This is definitely going to be a downtrend. It's just basically a pullback here, but it's going to go ahead and drop when this market gets active. Again, the trend line is a strategy. Support and resistance is a strategy, and I'll explain support and resistance. Support, when the market is on top of the line, that's floor. That's like a support, like you're standing on the floor. When it's below this line and trying to go up, this line is more like a ceiling. So it's resisting it from going under. Let me go over here where you can see it. See, over here, where it tested a few times going up like a ceiling. Then it finally broke through. Then it became support right here because it's on top of the line. Now, as it does that, the floor is supporting the stance. See, the floor is supporting it and holding it up. So if you combine trend line and support and resistance line together, you have a technical strategy because each one of those are technical points of trading. So you have a technical strategy. And with that technical strategy, there are rules to that strategy. Those rules are called principles. 3 to 4 touches before the market makes a move. As you can see, there's 3 touches here, and it's going to make another move going down. And again, look to the left, and you can find strong areas where it was support and resistance. See, it's support again right here. Very, very strong. Very strong areas in the 15-minute. See, very strong areas. See all this? Very strong areas. Now, this was way back in October where it was there. Look how strong that area is. Now, remember, I drew it from the current. I drew the support line, support and resistance line from the current price action. See how strong this was back then. Let me go to the candles. See, look. So what that confirms, I'm going to go on the hour time frame. That confirms that that is a good area to draw. So what did I do? I drew it. Now I'm basically just, for some of you all that may not understand all this right now, I'll explain it later. As you can see, I was doing some more drawing. And this is where we are today. This was the low point of the week. This is, you see, yep, that's the low point of the week. Now I'll tell you a secret. Wherever the market reaches its low point, is from there it's going to trade away the rest of the week. See these 1, 2, 3 candlesticks? See this every year, they're about the same distance. These are called measured moves. It lets you know that the market is waving. It's actually waving. And if you measure that, let me see if I can do this. I don't know that. Let me see. I'm going to measure. Okay. Measured move. Bye-bye, baby. Have a good day. That's my daughter, Tyree, going to work. Look at that. Measured move. See that? Measured move. Look at that. Same as that. Watch this. I really wouldn't consider it as measured, but as you can see it, it is. But let's go to more clear. Look at that. See, and that's the line right there. So when I see that, that tells me definitely that the market is waving down because it's continued. The momentum is the same going down. The momentum, the waves, just like a wave in the ocean. So the momentum is the same as going down all the way. So when I see that like that, that is confirmation. And I'll explain that later. That I'm in a down, what we call a downtrend. If it's going up, it's uptrend, downtrend. Now look at that. See how that basically lines up to be the same? See that? Now, look at that move. See here? Watch this move. And I know I may be confusing some of you. This is a little advanced, but I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go over the beginning in a little bit. Now I've been on 20 minutes. I'm gonna probably be on another 30 minutes, another 10 minutes because I want to get back to trading live. I don't like to give out live trades because you trade at your own risk, and whatever information you use to trade on, it should be your own information. Now, if you receive information about a trade, you should be able to analyze that information. Now, as far as me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to GA. Look at that measured move. It's the 60-minute time frame. Measured move. See? When did it start? Let's see. So this is actually the first measured move. Notice the distance that it traveled. Same distance that it traveled. And again, as I was saying, when it travels that distance, the same distance going down, it lets you know that it's waving. Here, it came back and retested that area, but it still kept going down, so I'm in a downtrend. Now, I've come to understand that the market has three levels. That it'll rise, three levels that it'll drop. Now, if it hit the third level on rising, then for the rest of the time, for the rest of the week, it's going to trade down from that 2.5 levels down. Now, and as you notice, here's the level. This is the top level of the week. This market here, this box serves as the beginning of the week. This Tuesday, as you can see, Tuesday, and then this never did come back and test this. So Wednesday is traveling down. Thursday is traveling down. As you can see, this market hit a low peak Thursday, a low spot Thursday, what I call apex, on the low point of the week. Now it's going to trade away, just like in 2.5 days it traded away from the high. 2.5 days is going to trade from the low. Now, since this market is Friday, now I don't know. I'm going to check and see if that was news. Now, this market again, if I was to draw the trend line like I did on the US 30, you'll see that it's trapped and it's creating another side step. Matter of fact, you can find that information in the 10 Essentials of Trading by Jared Martinez. It explains why this happens. And I'll go over that another time. But and I'll make a note of all of this information that I'm going to go over. I've had problems earlier this week with my computer. It did not, it picked up a virus. So understanding how to fix computers like I do, it took me a few days to get it fixed and also to reboot it. So now I can move a little faster. And now I got my computer is clear. So I'm trying to wait for Kalomo to come in. But again, I'll explain to you why this does this. But for me, I know when it reaches that low point, it's going to trade away. Now it's 7:23 Central my time, which means it's 8:23 Eastern time, and the market is open, but it's being quiet right now because sometimes when you see the market going sideways, that's called consolidation. There's reasons why it may consolidate, also called sideways ranging. It's because these are little orders, and that's something as I explained. They're activating orders when you see this. Over here, you'll always see numbers, and each one of these are called pips. Well, there are orders, also known as contracts, from other traders that are in the market, and they set them on these pips, and you can always tell where they settle so that it can be activated because the market will be going sideways, activating those orders so that when they take off, it has a lot of orders that's going to move with it. That's how money is made in the market by the people that control the market. I like to call them market makers, big financial institutions. I'm not going to call their name, but big financial institutions, some of they have enough money to move the market. And I will explain at another time how much you actually have to move the market. You have to have close to $1 billion just to move the market one pip. So you put together a lot of financial institutions and they get on the same understanding, they can move the market and have these orders activated. And whoever is activated in these orders, if the order is not a buy or a sell, if the orders are activated, say if someone has an order activated for a buy, they're going to benefit. But if someone has their order activated for sale, but yet the market goes up, then they're going to lose the money because they were planning on making money going down, but the money was made up. Again, I'm not showing it right now, but a good example up here, people had orders for a buy, but the market took a sell and they lost and pulled back to activate some more orders. Then it went down. Again, this market, it may come back down to test this. Today, it may come back down to test this low, but I'm willing to say that by Monday, the market closes on the weekend, but by Monday, you'll see it tested, but it didn't break it. And what's going to happen is my theory, my analysis is that this market is going to start trading up Monday. So my setup for next week on GA, my setup is that the market come Monday is going to go on an uptrend. Okay, that's my setup. That's my analysis. So on GA, I say the market may come back down and test, but it's not going to go past the low of the week. You always want to know what the high of the day and the low of the previous day. So yesterday was Thursday. This was the high of Thursday. This is the low of Thursday. If you notice, it did not go past the high. This was the high of Wednesday. This was a low of Wednesday. And if you notice, it broke again away from the low of Wednesday. Then, as you can see, the market travel, picking up orders as I explained. It may go back down and test, but it may not. It may just shoot up. But regardless of what it may do, down, I'll go ahead and take off. The market is still in a downtrend because it never broke these previous lows. So again, my analysis for Monday, since the market traveled 3 levels down, 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll do that again. Since it's in a downtrend, started up here and move it down for you. Let me clear it off the screen. If you go to the top left corner of the screen where you see the alphabets for the pair, you see a little box where it says hi, click that, and it cleans your screen up. But as you can see, this here is Sunday. As you can see, and there's a reason why I had these lines. I'll explain that later. For me, it's called a psychological support and resistance. But this was the low of Monday. This was the high of Monday. It came back, tested the high, and then it dropped. As you can see, it continued to drop. So that's 1. Tuesday never came back and broke Monday. So that's 1 drop Tuesday, 1 drop Wednesday, 1 drop Thursday. 2 to 3 days of a drop of a level. Now it's gonna consolidate, it's picking up orders so it can take back off. Again, it may come down. See this wick? Wicks matters. It may come down and touch that area right there where the wick is. But my analysis is that it's not gonna break that wick. My analysis is if it comes down and touch that wick, it's gonna take off. Also, If it come down and touch that wick, it's called a double bottom. And if you really want to understand, then let me see if I can draw that real quick for you. Now, let me do this real quick. Here. Let me do this. Show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I want that. How about I just draw from here? And what I'm doing, I'm drawing a double bottom for you. Because anytime you see a double bottom, that means the market is going to wick back up. I'll just do it. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just go here. This is my analysis. What it may do. Let me draw this on over here. As you can see the line. This is what my analysis is. Now, my analysis is it's going to break back up. And this is my analysis for Monday. I say Monday, by when the market opens Monday, Sunday, Monday, it's going to open in and going in an uptrend. And what'll happen is this would be the first level that it touched. And considering this is a busy area here, this be the second level, and I say it may travel that. Now, there's this thing called ADR, average directional range, basically how much the market travels. It tell you how many pips per day, and you can always, and we'll cover that also. Right now, I'm trying to stay as far as a beginner, but the ADR will tell you exactly how far the pips have moved. I mean, the pair has moved. And just say, for instance, that the movement for that day is supposed to be 40 pips. It's going to move 40 pips in one direction, or it may move 40 pips in a combined direction. But it's going to have that average movement. Now, again, I say the market is going to come back here by Sunday. As you can see, it's playing around. It may come down. This be one touch at the bottom, two touches at the bottom. So I call that a double bottom. See? Now, when you say a double bottom, it's basically just a W. Now, if you flip this over and put it at the top, it'll be an M. Let's see what this looks like on a line chart. Look at that. Accurate. See how accurate that is? Accurate. And again, I drew it from the low of Wednesday. See how accurate that is? And if I wanted to draw a trend line, I could. I could. Let me do that. Watch this. I'm just going to draw from here. 1, 2, go right through. Watch this. Now, I basically did 1, 2, go right through this. And you see the market tested. Now, watch when I put the candles back on. Watch how accurate that is. And that's just from the line chart. See? That's just from the line chart, which tells you that this is extremely accurate. Now, as you can see this wave, I want you to see other waves. And I want you to see how accurate this is. Let me go to ECAD. Now, this was ECAD last week. As you can see, it's pretty noisy. It was pretty choppy. So I didn't really trade ECAD this week because it didn't really give me a clear indication to I was comfortable to what it may do. Yes, I know it was here Sunday where it started trading away. Now the rest of the time, by the time Wednesday came, I knew it was going to trade away. I just didn't trust it because it was so choppy. See? Now, I'm going to show you this. Let me see. Remember the wave I was telling you about. 1, 2, 3. See, 1, 2, and then 3. And then it trades away. It finished that cycle on a Friday. Then it takes off on a Monday. This was the low. Now I want you to consider this. We trade according to the time that we have to trade. But the people that move the market, they don't have certain days to do certain things. They do these things. They move the market according to the volume, also known as money. They move the market according to how much money has to be made that day. So normally Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is when the market is most active. But if those days if it does not call for them to have that a certain amount of volume on those days, they're going to move the market on the days that they have large orders of volume. That's why instead of the market reversing on a Thursday, it reversed on a Friday. When you see this red line, that's Friday for me. That's 4 o'clock Friday. That's the last hour Friday before the close. That's why I marked that. And then from there, it'll be Sunday and Monday. When this deep purple box represents the first day of the week, the rest of the boxes represent the rest of the days of the week. Now again, as you can see about that, 1, 2, 3. I'll even put in draw a little text. Wait a minute. Make a text. 1. Oh, come on. One, 2 for the second day. I'm drawing it so you can see. It's 2. I'm going to show you the third wave. Now I have like about 20 more minutes and I'm going to get to my trading. 3. Now, that's the low point. That's why I have that as 3. Now watch this. Go to the line chart. It really tells you. See? 1, pull back. 2, pull back. Pull back means it's going to another direction so it can fall. 3, go sideways and take off. It's picking up contract like I mentioned. Now again, this is a trend line. This is a support and resistance. This slanted line going down is a trend line. This line going across support and resistance. I combine both of those together and call it a technical strategy because a trend line is a technical strategy. A support line is a technical strategy. Some people only use trend lines to trade. Some people only use support lines to trade. And if I was just going to use a trend line to trade, I'll go 1, 2, and I'll let the market bounce off of it. And what I will be doing every time the market bounces off of it, since I know it's in a downtrend, when it bounces off of it, I will hit into a sell, come back down, bounce off of it, hit a sell. And then when I see the market moving sideways, I get out. You notice it didn't come back up. The reason why I have this support line is because it allows me to trap the market. If you can see how the market is going down, it's creating less and less space in this what they call a wedge. And then it finally breaks out. Now, what I learned from Mr. Daisy Duncan, And also learned this from Mr. Orrin Wright and Mr. Stevenson Lindor. And you'll find him as the IML educators in IML. But I learned that when you trap the market, you know most of the time you know what direction it may finally break through, because what will happen is when it reaches about 70% of the trap, it's gonna break through. So it either just test, said test, and it finally broke through. Came back and retested again and went on down, broke through. So as I see this, see that high point? 1, 2, 3. Or I can say 1, 2, 3. See how that moves like that? This was the low point of that week. This was the last Friday of that week. Low point. 1, and it continued Friday and consolidated into Monday, which is what I'm saying. Another one, the UJ is going to do. It's going to pick up Sunday, Monday. 1, pull back. 2, wait a minute. Yeah, pull back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice the distance from here and here. Same distance. Okay? So when the market takes off from that low, it's going to move up 3 levels before it goes in a different direction. Now, every now and then, you may see it extended to 4, but the majority of the time, it's going to be 3 levels up, and then it's going to travel 3 levels down. Those 3 levels may take 2.5 days. Those 3 levels may take 3 days. They can also move 3 levels within 1 day. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, and drop. Okay? Then you come back. We're waiting on this. And as I said, this didn't give me a real good indication. It was not clear. So I didn't take this. But right now, if I was going to count, I'll say 1. Start here. I'll say this is the 1. I'll say this is 2. And I will say this is 3 because it looks like it's leveling off. Now, as you can see, look to the left. It still didn't go any higher than it did last week. But I wanted you to see that. I really wanted you to get an oh, I should have anchored that text. Let me see. Let me unanchor that text. Should not have anchored that text. When you anchor the text, it means it's going to stay in that very spot. It isn't going anywhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove those and write them in again. I'm going to go back to the line, to the candle bodies. 1, 2, 3. This time I'm not going to use anchor text and just use text. Text. 1. Let me change the color so it can stand out. One. Change this background. Border. I like to keep it like that. Text wrap. Yeah, that's good like that. I have it like that where it's, I know that may be strenuous on the eyes, but I have it like that so you can really notice it. So this is what I'm gonna do. 1. Then draw another one. And I know today may not be so clear of what I'm saying, what I'm sharing with you, but I'm gonna be a little more clear from here on out. Just that my computer was messing up, and I'm trying to do this while I'm still testing out my computer. Now, there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3, drop. This was actually where they were attempting to make a fourth level. But look at the move. 1, 2. They're basically the same. And again, I know I'm not being very clear, but I will be from now on. I want to share with you real quickly. IMarketslive, who are we? We are an educational platform. See, we are one of the largest online foreign exchange and cryptocurrency education platforms. What is our mission? Our mission is to revolutionize the financial education industry with IMarketslive as the ultimate vehicle, which will bring people self-respect, dignity, and the power to change their lives and the lives of others around the world. What of our vision? This show you what we care. Our vision is to educate and empower 1 million customers by 2020. Now, again, the services we have, I'll share that with you. IML Academy, where you get educated on that. IML Academy. Let me go back up. You have IML Academy, IML TV, the harmonic scanner, web analyzer, swipe trades, swipe coin, swing trades, and night owl session. Night owl session, Mr. Christopher Terry, uh, master trader who started IMarketslive every Sunday night. Was it 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific? He trains us for an hour. And it's free to watch. Just come back to my site and you'll be able to see that. This is the leadership, Mr. Christopher Terry, Ms. Isis Delatorre, she's the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Alex Morton, Vice President, and Yvonne Tapia, Vice President of Sales. Again, our mission is to educate, enrich, and empower 1 million students by 2020. This is just basically we in 120 plus different countries, $1 million academy, and 1 million academy monthly unique visits. Yes, we have over 1 million visits. That's how many people tune into our live teaching. And with the live sessions, which you interact with the educators, those sessions are also recorded, so you can always go back and look at them. The major languages is translated in 8 major languages. We got over 60 plus. Right now, it's right about 75 full-time educators, and they teach 24 hours a day around the clock. Now, iMarkets Academy, which I was telling you about, 100 plus educational videos, basic to advanced market education. As you can see, 100 plus education videos that are easy to follow and give you the ability to learn at your own pace. Basic to advanced market education, yes, we have. You're going to learn harmonics. You will learn technical trading, like support and resistance and trend lines. You will also learn other skill sets. And we have, and I'll cover those scanners with you on that. Break down into step-by-step modules so that you can learn how to master the markets. Forex and cryptocurrency education. Yes, we have Forex and cryptocurrency education. We also have binary trading, and we got mining coming in soon. But Forex and crypto education with beginner, intermediate, and advanced learning. See, iMarketslive TV, nearly 1,000 hours a month. Yes, we have that. Various live training categories available in 8 major languages. This harmonic scanner, and as I say, You go back and look at this. I don't want to spend too much more. I'm going to be covering these different things each day of week to show you the different benefits that our Markets Live have. Now, for anyone that wants to join this and become educated and have me as a mentor, and also through me, I can connect you with the educators. See, I'm a successful trader. I don't say master trader because master means I don't make mistakes, but I'm a successful trader, which means 90% of the time I'm going to be right because I understand market. I trade for price action. I've learned, and it didn't take long to learn when you learn the rules, also known as principles of the market. One time, 195 one time fee. Then after that, it's 145 a month. And if you add the web analyzer, which I'll cover, these are optional. You add either of these, they'll just be added to your 145 monthly. I have all of these tools. Web Analyzer finds trades for me. It's strategies with the Web Analyzer. You can use those strategies in the Web Analyzer, and you can earn income off of that even before you actually learn how to trade. That's what I did. Swipe trade is when you have an app that have educated some master traders that works for IML. They'll find trades, and if you have this app, they'll send the trades to that app, which you'll have. And this is what the app looks like. See it? It'll come to your phone. Your phone will be like an ATM. And you put the trades in on your MT4, which I'll explain. See, get exceptional trade info, risk points, notes, follow up, and guidance provided. But again, I'll share it with you next week. I want to get out of here in a few minutes. This is for Forex white trade. This one here is for cryptocurrency swipe coin. Same thing with an app. One of the top 10 cryptocurrency traders in the world, Mr. Picasso. And again, for crypto, receive cryptocurrency trade ideas from a 5-year plus experienced crypto market educator. So these are the things that you'll get. Now, if you really want to understand the benefit of this, you can become a customer. And if you decide you want to invite other people, you can become what we call an independent business owner, IBO. But if you get 2 people that are interested and they become a part of what you're becoming a part of, they become a part of it through you as a customer, then you can have your education for free. That's right. It's like having a scholarship. But let me see what it just goes. Watch that. The mentorship and live education that IML provided me was priceless. You get a sense that the educators are there to help you succeed at all costs, and I appreciate that the most. Kevin Gwynn. See, these are just live testimonies. The education and live mentorship is amazing. I cannot stress enough how much value and knowledge I've gained from this platform alone. And there's more testimonies. Again, next week, I'm going to share this information. I'm going to share more with you. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I've been on just about an hour. I want to go back and look at the charts again right before I leave. But this is IMarketslive. And you go to IMarketslive, Tyree Jr. 80. Next week, I'll have a direct domain name for you to go to so that you can just click on that domain name and come straight here and look at this information. I'm going to go back to the charts real quick. Okay, what is ECAD doing? See? What is GA doing? Look at what I was telling you. See how it's following my analysis? Now, if I wanted to, I could have got it. If I wanted to, when this here, let me make it larger. When the market closed right here, See, it tested, tested, and tested. When the market closed right here, I could have entered into a sale because I know it's tested. So I know it's going to be a sale, excuse me, and I know it's going to come down. Yeah, that's a little early trade. I know when you get in early. But I look at how it did not penetrate this solid area right here. And then it came back and it's playing. So basically, if I didn't get in here, I will wait and see what its candle closes. And if it closes at a comfortable spot for me, remember, I look to the left. See this crosshair line? I look to the left and I find comfortable areas where the market may have rested. All this right here is still a fresh area. It had not touched that since August. So to me, all this is fresh. So what happens? I know it's going to travel down some more. Look at this. So it still has to come back down here at some point in time. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this to show you what I'm talking about. Even though I'm all the way to the left, I'm going to put, how about if I just put it right here? A trend line right there, I'll put it right here since the market touched that. Watch this. I'm gonna go back to where the price action is now. But look at that. So what do you say? One, two. How about if I do that where it's most active? Now, I'm gonna go all the way back to where price action is. Look how accurate that is. See that right there? Watch this. If I pull that line down, it's still gonna be accurate. Here, touch there, touch there. Support here, resistance there. It stood on the floor there. It came and hit right here at the ceiling. And again, I'll explain that. So I moved it. Let's see what it does. Look how accurate that is. That's this week. That's in this week. And it was at the same spot, August the 7th of 2018. Now, remember these white lines are my analysis that I drew out. So what are we going to do? I want you to see how this looks once. Look how that. Now remember, I drew this trend line, I mean this support and resistance line based on back here. Let's see. Don't freeze up on me. Come on, Tradingview. Don't freeze up on me. Right now, Tradingview is frozen. I'm almost done. I got 3 minutes, and come on, Tradingview. I got 3 minutes, and I'm getting out of here. Come on, Tradingview. System is frozen. Okay. Well, anyway, if you can see where the market touches, and I have to wait until it's unfrozen. Well, again, I'm Tyree Thomas Jr., a blog trucking preacher, a Forex trader. I'm also a blogger. I'm a master internet marketer. I'm an excellent internet marketer. I'm also a master at SEO, and I'm an SEO guru. What is SEO? Search engine optimization. So there are different skills that I have online. I teach these skills. I can market on social media. I can market on a search engine. I can market on any other platform that's online, like solo ads, things like that. Market simply means make information available that can help people, that can help solve the problem that people need, give people the answers of what they're looking for. And because of that, people will pay to be taught. You pay to go to college to be taught. So you can learn that here. Okay, see how it touches. Now I have one more pair that I was looking at, UJ. Where's UJ? And I'm gonna get out of here. Look how UJ, one, that was the low point of that week. One, two, 3. See that? 1, 2, 3. And then it hit the high point, and it's going to trade down. 1, 2, 3. Trade it down. And if you can remember when I was telling you the market will move 3 times, it just came back and tested. Now, 1. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let me get out of here so I can do my trading. But this show is happening now that I had a computer fix. Happens every day, Monday through Friday. I may even do it on a Saturday sometime because crypto stays open all the time. But let me put this on the line. I want you to see this real quick. Double bottoms. See that double bottom? Here and here, and it took off. Double bottom. Here, here. It tested here, but here and here. That's your double bottom, and then it took off. Going to the upside. Okay. Tyree Thomas Jr., the blog trucking preacher. 8 o'clock. Getting ready to get out of here. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration is everlasting. We know that God, men that were inspired by God wrote the Bible. You can find that in 2 Timothy 3:16. Again, as always, from God through me to you, I'll tell you my story Monday, what inspired me to do this. Be blessed. Bye-bye. See you Monday. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.